And for your top story this hour, Denmark and Greenland have coordinated with European allies, including Germany and France, to respond to renewed US pressure over Greenland. Through the course of this month, several European nations deployed military personnel to Nuuk as part of a reconnaissance mission ahead of a joint Arctic security exercise. Denmark, France, Germany and the UK, Finland, the Netherlands, Norway and Sweden issued a statement asserting that only Denmark and Greenland can decide the island's future. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen met with Greenlandic leadership to solidify their unified stance. The move follows US President Donald Trump's earlier threat of tariffs on European countries opposing his plan to acquire Greenland, framed as a strategic initiative to counter Russian and Chinese influence in the Arctic. I am now being joined by Alison Mutler, who is the former AP of Bureau Chief in Romania. Thank you so much for joining us here today on NewsX World. So could this situation change how NATO and European countries work with the US on Arctic security? And if so, how?
Absolutely. I mean, we're already seeing a change. Last week or 10 days ago, Donald Trump was threatening tariffs and things were escalating. And then after the Davos World Economic Forum, and talks between Trump and NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, things calmed down and Trump rolled back his threats of tariffs so that the temperature climbed down a bit. And now the Europeans are scrambling, are trying to come up with a good plan. And Greenland and Denmark, or Denmark and Greenland, are going around the major European capitals. That is, they're going to Germany and they're going to France tomorrow. They're going to Paris meeting Emmanuel Macron, trying to work out a solution to this issue. Now, the problem is we don't actually know the details of the agreement worked out between Mark Rutte, the Secretary General, the Chief of NATO, and Donald Trump. But we do know that Donald Trump won't, he said he won't use force, and also that there will be no punitive tariffs on European nations. So at the moment, I think that Denmark and Greenland are trying to have a unified response with the powerful European nations, West European nations and other European nations as well, so that they can, that Europe, basically Denmark, backed by Europe, can play a strong role in this new agreement, whatever it may be. We have had some leaked reports about what it might concern, but we're not sure at the moment. But it's very important for Denmark and Greenland to have the support of European allies, European and NATO allies.
Yeah. Why do you think they've gone to Germany and France now? Why do you think that's where they've started? Do you think it's because they're seeking support from these partners in response to US pressure over Greenland's future, or what do you think is happening over in those talks?
Well, they have to strike while the iron is hot. It's a current issue, and they need to act quickly and decisively. And they also need the support of the strongest NATO and EU allies in Europe. Britain is a strong ally, but it's not a member of the EU. So I think that's why it's a natural step for them to go to Germany and France to seek their support. And the idea is to get a good deal as possible for Denmark. It's clear that the United States will have a bigger footprint in Greenland. They won't own or acquire the island, as Donald Trump says, but there will probably, from what we're hearing, be some military bases with some autonomy around those. And I think Greenland and Denmark want to make sure that they retain control over the Arctic island. And for that, because Denmark is not a big country, they need the support of Europe's strongest allies.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Alison Mutler, for joining us. Please don't go too far, as we will come back to you in a bit later.